As we have been reporting, damage has been reported across the tri-state from those storms this afternoon. Thousands of people are without power right now, and there is damage on both sides of the river. Joining me now live is Tim Troutman, the Deputy Executive Director of the Henderson County EMA. Tim, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. First off, I just want to ask you, how much damage is there in Henderson County?
Well, when that line of severe storms moved through, we had some power lines that were down around Roberts, Kentucky, in the southern part of the county. As that progressed through the county, we also had some several trees that were down, also a couple of barns that had roofs pulled off, and also had a home along Highway 351 near Zion, Kentucky, that had some significant shingle damage. But that's all we had at this point, just straight line winds indicated by preliminary surveys that we did with emergency management, no indications of a tornado.
Now, that damage that you just told us about, is it in one part of the county or is it kind of widespread?
Well, basically from toward the southeast part of the county, extending up toward the northeast part of the county. So that was kind of in a southwest to northeast movement, although all the objects were blown in one direction, which is what we would indicate as straight line winds with these type of wind events.
And you said there were some trees blown down. Any of those across roads tonight?
Pretty much near roads and alongside the roads, fairly close by, but not really along the roads.
And I know there are several power outages being reported in western Kentucky. Do you know how bad that is in Henderson County?
Not a lot reported as of now. We are in the middle of a high wind warning that's in effect until 9 p.m. tonight. So we're not finished with the event. A lot of 50+ mile-an-hour wind gusts, and it's going to be a kind of a dangerous situation out there driving. So it's going to be important for folks to slow down, and especially for high-profile vehicles as we head through the evening.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the damage was obviously from the storms this afternoon, but the wind is so strong out there right now. Do you think there could be some more damage from that?
Well, there is a possibility, that we are looking at and seeing reports from the Kentucky Mesonet site just east of Henderson. There have been several wind gusts approaching 57 miles an hour, and that can definitely produce some tree damage, branches down, and possibly wouldn't rule out some shingle damage and related minor damage in that direction. So, it's going to be important as we head through the evening to, just to keep a close watch to the conditions and try to stay indoors and away from windows until the event's over.
And some of these downed power lines, if folks come across those, talk about just how dangerous that can be.
Definitely. If there are power lines down, do not go near them nor touch them. Leave that to the experts. And it's going to be important to, stay put wherever you're at, and try to stay away from those areas. It's going to be really important not to walk on into that area.
Absolutely. Now, concerning the trees and things that are down, do you know, are crews out now working to clean that up, or are they waiting until after this wind dies down?
Well, really, pretty much all the damage has been, kind of off the road from where we understand along 351, other than where the barn had the damage that blew across the road there. The crews were picking that up and getting rid of that, and that should be cleaned up and gone by now. So we're just going to continue to monitor the situation and do what we can to help out in Henderson County.
Yeah, and the wind is so strong out there still tonight. I mean, now is probably not the time to go out there to survey your property to see if there is any damage.
No, it's going to be really important just to stay put, stay indoors, and stay away from windows, and just continue to wait until, I would say a good point would be tomorrow morning, really, just to head outside and see what type of damage you might have.
Yeah, good advice there. Tim Troutman with the Henderson County EMA, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe.